Good morning, afternoon, or whatever time period it is when you watch this video. Welcome back to this week's wellness chat and check-in. And I know I'm late. Life's been lifing. I'm your host, Love Goddess. How are you doing? How are you feeling? How have you been thinking and changing the ways you forgive? If you've been working on it, come on, we've been talking about this for the last 2 episodes. Last 2 videos of the wellness chat. Please tell me you've been working on forgiveness. If not, this is your reminder. But this is also the final installment of this mini-series about forgiveness. This time we're going to talk about how to actually forgive. What are some tips that I can give you so that you can start to let things go? So in preparation, I went to one of my favorite sites, psychologytoday.com. And of course, they have an article on forgiveness and how to actually forgive. What are the steps, all that stuff, because those are professionals. I am just a woman on the internet giving you advice. Seek professional help. That is always what I'm going to say. So what I read and what I'm going to summarize right now, and then get into, all the other ways that we can break it down a little bit later in the video, but it really comes down to 3 things. First, you have to actually acknowledge the thing that hurt you, and acknowledge the thing and acknowledge that it hurt you. Denial makes the process longer. Every single time. Every single time. Every time we delay the shit, it gets longer. It makes us more frustrated, and we don't need to continue to do that in 2022. First step, acknowledgement. Second step is purging out all those feelings, because feelings will come up. That's what they're supposed to do. And once you purge those feelings, then you have to work on actually letting it go. Letting it go, honestly, by distraction, by doing things, keeping yourself busy. Now, the first part, acknowledgement. Acknowledgement is so important. Yes, because denial makes it prolongs the process, but acknowledgement is so important because you literally can't go anywhere. You can't do anything until you acknowledge the problem. Sorry, y'all. I have a real fucking job. That took me away. What was I saying? You can't start the forgiveness process by saying some bullshit that we all say, which is,
oh, well, I mean, yeah, that didn't hurt, but I'm good.
Are you?
I mean, I don't mean nothing. That didn't really faze me.
Didn't it though? And that doesn't mean that you are weak or what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I'm gonna stick with weak. It does not mean just because you acknowledge that something hurt you, hurt your feelings, hurt you by the principle of it, the action, whatever it was, that does not make you weak. It makes you human. What? You are human. Congratulations, and I'm sorry. But you have to be honest about what hurts you in order to start to let it go. And every time we deny what hurts us, we are literally dragging our heels in the mud. And why would we do that? Why would we want to hold on to things that literally hurt us to appear strong? Strength is not always about denying things or enduring things. And I feel like I talked about that in a different video. Editing me. Did I talk about that in a different video?
I think so.
Will I talk about it again?
I mean, if you want me to.
Cool. So, you have to acknowledge what happened. You have to acknowledge that it hurt. You have to acknowledge what exactly made it hurt for you. Did it hurt your ego? Did it hurt your emotions, like your feelings? Did it feel like betrayal? Did it mess with your trust? What exactly happened? That's where this starts. What exactly happened that made you feel the way you do? That made you react the way you did? And once you get there, you're ready for the next step, which is purging all of those pretty little emotions. And I'm really being sarcastic here because those emotions are not pretty. They are painful. They are time consuming. It's a lot. And the fun part about it is the fact that you have no idea what emotions are going to hit you. You don't know what's coming. You have no idea what's coming because every time you go through this process, it's going to be a little bit different because every situation is different. So you have to allow yourself to have space to release those emotions. So cry. For real, cry. Listen to Adele, because that's who I listen to when I need to cry. Honestly, I can make myself cry at any moment, but that's because I'm sensitive. That's just me. But some of us have problems with expressing our emotions, so cry in the shower, cry when nobody's looking, listen to some sad music, watch a movie that's really sad, journal, listen to a sad podcast, talk to your friends, tell them why you are going through something, tell them that you're going through something. You're gonna need people through this process. So friends, family, your spiritual guides, your mentors, all the people that you look up to, lean on them. This is literally the time for them to show you that they are here for you. If they say they are, use them. Use them. That's what they're there for. They are here to help you. And again, it doesn't make you weak at all. You're human. You're supposed to lean on people. You're supposed to have things hurt your feelings. You're supposed to go through things. You're just not supposed to get stuck. So cry, scream, be angry. You're gonna be angry. You're gonna be sad. You're gonna be disappointed. You're going to feel betrayed. You're gonna feel a lot of different things. You might even feel relieved or justified. But you gotta let all that out first. So cry. Purge. That's the second step, purging. And the third step is letting it go. You gotta let it go by distracting yourself. You gotta go do things. You cannot cry all day. You still gotta wash your dishes. You need laundry. You need to wear clothes sometimes. Because outside is open, even though it shouldn't be. So you're gonna have to go outside, which means you need to take care of yourself too. You need to take a shower, brush your teeth, wash your face, make sure that you get enough sleep, make sure that you're eating 3 times a day, make sure you're not eating nothing but cheese and candy. because it's not good for you. You need your nutrients. You need to take care of yourself. That's a form of distraction. When you're taking care of yourself, you can't focus as much on things that hurt you because you have something to do. Give yourself something to do. Like going outside and talking to your friends. Go to brunch. This is the perfect time for brunch. You want to know why brunch is a thing? Brunch is a thing to make us feel better about life because life is hard. So go get drunk with your friends. Go get inebriated in all the different forms that are legal in your states, or just be smart about it.
For legal purposes, that's a joke. Whatever.
Start working out. Start a fitness journey, man. I mean, and you don't have to go super hard in the gym. You don't need to be that guy or that girl or that person. You don't need to be that gym rat. Just go once a week. Go on the treadmill. Go, do some cleans. Do yoga. Dance. Get your body moving. It's been scientifically proven that helps release things. That helps you feel better. When your body feels good, then your mind a lot of times follows suit. What's something else that you can do to distract yourself? Pick up some hobbies and don't monetize them, because then it's going to feel like a job. Do not get another job right now. Unless you need one, you need to pick up a second or third or fourth or fifth or however many jobs you have. Do not pick up another job in order to forgive someone. You're going to burn yourself out. I am speaking from experience. Do not do it. Do not do it. You're going to stress yourself out. This is not the time to stress yourself out. This is the time to have fun. Have fun. Have a hobby. So paint, sing, draw, create YouTube videos like I do. Find a hobby. Knitting is a thing. Like, go knit. Go on Etsy. Go on Pinterest. Go on Twitter and see what people are doing. People are doing really fun things. And a lot of times, if you ask them why they started it, they're going to say, oh, I had a breakup, or I was grieving, or, something tumultuous was usually happening in their lives. And so they started to do something else. That's how I started writing and drawing, doing all the other creative shit that I do, because I needed a distraction. And once I got once I fell in love with the hobbies that I had, it was so much easier to look back at things that used to hurt me, not cry so much. Until eventually I didn't cry at all. Distract yourself. Go do something. As the internet says, go touch some grass. Not right now, if you're in the part of the world that is going through winter. Don't do that. I'm gonna add one last step. The last step is repeat the process. This is a process. It's a cycle. This never stops. And if you're screaming at the screen, I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, but we're gonna be doing this for the rest of our lives, guys. We just have to keep going through this process, because you're always gonna have to let something go. Something is always going to hurt you, and you can't carry that. It's too heavy. It's too heavy. So go back through the process to make sure it sticks. That's how you make it stick. You have to do this again and again and again So by the time you get to the third step, which is distracting yourself, it don't hurt so bad. It doesn't feel so hard to do because you already acknowledged what was happening and where this hits for you. And then you already released a lot of emotions. The first two steps are the hard part. The hardest. Because all of this is difficult. But you have to be honest and you have to release those emotions. You have to let them out. Holding on to it is also how you prolong this. And that should conclude this mini series on forgiveness. Before you go, I have some final forgiveness questions, at least for this mini series. I'm probably going to talk about it again at some point. So, question 1. What are your views on forgiveness? Like, what do you really think about it after watching all of this? Question 2. Have your views changed at all after watching 3 videos on forgiveness? And the third question is, what would you do differently? Now that you know what it is, what it's not, and how to actually do it, what would you do differently? Follow me on social media on all these different places that are somewhere on the screen, probably around here in this region. I love you guys. I will see you next week to talk about something else wellness related. Bye.